Alright, so this is a base that got hit a few times until finally AST cracked it. He's going to go ahead and use a queen walk LaLoon. So let's take a look at what he does here. It's pretty interesting. So he decides that he's going to take 23 balloons, which is quite a bit. So he's not taking that much for cleanup, but he's going to make sure that he gets enough done with his heroes, with his queen walk portion. Now, he starts off the queen walk in a position where you may be worried about her coming in range of that Inferno Tower, but because the baby dragon takes out the one structure that was in front of the archer, there's a lot more on the left side that the queen's gonna most likely roll down towards. Now, he uses the king to just so the queen doesn't get distracted with too much trash on that outside and to just force her inside. And he also gets the added benefit of taking out the enemy king, so the queen doesn't have to deal with him. So the queen's relatively accessible on this base, and so once he actually gets into that compartment, he's going to be able to take her out. Now, the goal of actually going into the compartment as opposed to just coming around the side and taking out some defenses is that he's going to be able to narrow the funnel that's going to that the balloons will have to go through. And so look at how much work that queen is actually doing. Now notice he doesn't allow the jump to reach the Inferno. He doesn't want the queen to go towards the Inferno, because obviously that would just be a little bit premature in terms of using up his cloak. So he's going to try to just get more value, but unfortunately, because that jump does open up the town hall, she's still going to end up going there. Now, just because he started off his balloons early enough, it wasn't really going to make that much of a difference. So in retrospect, it might have been okay to just allow that jump to be a little bit further in. But in any case, the queen does go back. She does help out on killing that eagle. And he's doing something really interesting. Well, it's not that interesting. A lot of people are doing this, but I myself haven't really done it very often, where I've just let the queen walk without the warden's help. I just kind of like the security blanket of having the warden there to just bail her out if necessary. But in this case, he found that there's going to be a lot more value if the warden stayed air and went with the balloons. And in fact, that got them really through the kind of the meat of the base in the middle. The queen does end up dying eventually, but she did enough work. I'm not actually even really sure that he got that much benefit out of the jump. So in any case, because he was just so efficient with his balloons, he got the triple pretty easily.